So, like I said, I have been working on my new project that I talked about on Wednesday. I haven't made much progress in the terms of what is actually the AI's intelligence, but in terms of the task that the AI will be performing and attempting to optimize, I have written the majority or a version of that task so that it could be played by a user instead of the AI, simply for testing purposes. But I'm going to hold out on showing that to you, because I believe on Wednesday I'm going to try and get a guest on the show to play the game with no instructions, just like the AI would be taking in all the information without any instructions, and just to see how well the person will do. I'm not sure who that person will be, but it will have to be a surprise on Wednesday. With that being said, I would like to talk a little bit about the general ideas that I've been tossing around for the AI and the intelligence part of it. So the structure of the problem with the new task that I'm trying to have the AI optimize is that it requires the game, just like how you can see the game with the ball dropping here, it requires the game to be running constantly. It can't have the game stop and then start back up with new traits. So it requires me to create a higher program from the parent program, which I think I'm going to call the boss program, just because it's telling the parent program what to do, and that kind of made sense in terms of comparison to society. So the boss program will be giving orders to the parent program to tell it what situation to learn about, and then when the parent program learns about that situation and provides a best program or a best set of data for the traits in order for the AI to use, then the boss program will give those traits to a third party as in like another program, but not necessarily higher up than the boss, but a program that is driving the game. So what's going to happen is there will be the game running constantly, and the driver program will be running the game and using the decisions that the boss program is feeding to it based off of the situations that the parent program has learned about by creating child programs. And that may sound a little complicated, but I can attempt to draw something here for a flowchart. So there's the boss program, and that's the boss program. And so there's two sub programs under here. So there's the driver program, which we'll say is a rectangle, and the parent program, which we'll say is a triangle. So the boss program, and the boss program tells the parent program what it needs to try and learn about. So it feeds in a situation or environmental factors that the parent program takes in and starts looking at to find the best decisions that can be made in those in that environment. And then the way it does that is by going to a child program, which I don't know, we'll do star or something, because it's somewhat like a triangle. So it creates child programs, and then the child programs test the changes and the ideas of the parent program and give feedback back to the parent program. And then once the parent program has an idea of what a good decision would be in that situation that the boss program has fed to it, it then says this is the best thing we can do and sends that back to the boss. So the whole time the boss is also feeding information to the driver, and this information is the decisions that the parent program has given to the boss program. But then the driver program has the score running. So the driver program says that it could say that, like, so the point of an AI is to get something to where the score goes higher, or the point of this type of AI. And what's different about this structure as opposed to the current structure is that in the current structure, what you'll see on the ball drop program, the score goes up, and it can only go up. Well, so it can only go up. Theoretically, it could go down if I had a different task that was having it to where there was repercussions for doing something. But the score is just a total, and the difference with this program that I'm discussing is that the score is a rate. So it's not the total, it's how well it's doing at any point in time, instead of just constantly going up in score or occasionally going down. So the driver will be feeding in the scores, and also the parent program will be using these scores when it tests the situations. But the driver is trying to put itself in a situation that has the highest score based off of the decisions that are made from the information provided by the parent program. So that's the general idea. So the driver can also talk back with the boss, and then all of them communicate in order to optimize the program. Now, the one thing that I'm worried about is when I do perfect, or not necessarily perfect, but get a practical working program for this, or a practical working set of programs for this, it will be difficult for just my computer to run this. So I'm hoping that in the future I will be able to upgrade with my hardware a little bit, but the idea is what I'm working on right now. So like I said, I do have the task all coded out so that it could be played by a human, a person just sitting at the computer, and I will be showing that to you guys on Wednesday. But for now, I believe that is the update on that is all I wanted to mention on the AI. So given that I don't see any comments in any questions in the chat, I'm going to play a short ad here and then move into my first topic, which is soap.